What's up YouTube, it's Decklist TCG here and welcome back to another TCG deck profile video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. In this series we're talking about all the best decks for the Pokémon TCG World Championships with Black Bolt and White Flare cards actually in the lists, and we're going to be talking about them in full detail, explaining every card in the list. We already talked about a lot of archetypes in the format, from stuff like Gardevoir to even Eaton's Typhlosion with the update of Brave Bengal, Joltik Box, Charizard Dragapult, you name it. You can definitely find a playlist up on my channel if you want to be learning more about the decks in general. You can already start playing with these as well by the use of a little bit of proxy making, so that's also something useful. So if you guys are hyped for today's upload, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It only takes one tiny second of your time, but does help out the channel tremendously. I have been playtesting with a lot of these decks myself, and Marnie's Grimmsnarl has been performing incredibly well. So with Destined Rivals, actually not a lot of decks can come close to the power level. So we're going to be talking about Marnie's Grimmsnarl first. This actually is a 320 HP Pokemon, having access to the Shadow Bullet, 180 and 30 damage to one of the opponent's bench Pokemon is very strong because we're going to be combining that with Munkidori business as well as using, of course, Froslass and the Freezing Shroud to just damage everything on the opponent's side of the field. The Punk Up ability is also super useful as it allows you to actually get up to 5 basic Darkness Energy and attach them to your Marnie's Pokemon any way you like. So you just evolve and you can start swing with Marnie's Grimmsnarl straight away. So 2 copies in this 60, 2 should be enough. I have checked out a lot of Japanese lists, and 2 seems to be the norm because you want to have some room for your tech cards. There's a couple of tech cards I'm going to be talking about in this video, but yeah, 2 copies is sufficient in this list. You do have Night Stretcher to get them back, Super Rod as well. Then 2 copies of the Marnie's Morgrem. We're playing a high amount of TM Evo in combination with Tatsugiri and combination with Arven. So we really want to have, of course, these Morgrems out as quickly as possible through the means of TM evolution. So 2 copies of that in the 60 as well. Then we have 3 copies of Marnie's Impidimp, the basic Pokemon right here. Yeah, if things are not going your way, you can always draw a card, but the main thing is clear. You want to evolve them with the help of TM Evo. There's also a single rare candy in here, which you can find with Arven or through the means of stuff like the Secret Box, but this is going to be a 3-2-2 line in this deck. Now we have access to the Froslass engine. We're going to be playing a 2-2 line. Freezing Shroud is very important because that's going to be your main condition to win games and a lot of matchups. You put 1 damage counter on each of the opponent's Pokemon that has an ability in between turns. So that's actually in the checkup phase, which means you attack or end your turn. In that phase, they get damage, then they attack. In that in-between phase, they always activate the Freezing Shroud. And because you're playing a high amount of Munkidori, you're actually going to be able to utilize Freezing Shroud to its full extent, damaging your own Munkidoris and then transferring that damage all the way back to the opponent. Talking about Munkidori, we're going to be playing 3 copies. I actually made room for some cool looking text in the list, so you want to be playing 4 ideally, but if you want to have some win conditions against matchups that are not that favorable, then this is the only card I could cut. If you want to go, you can go play 4 copies and remove the tech cards, but the tech cards are really going to be coming in use, and we're going to be checking out the tech cards very shortly so you know and understand why I actually just decided to go with 3 Munkidori. 3 Munkidori is sufficient because you want to have a board out there where you have a Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX in the active position, a Froslass out, and then up to 2 to 3 Munkidori out. So with Munkidori, if you get damaged, you just transfer the damage instantly back to the opponent, which is very strong. Now we're going to be talking about some of our tech cards. We actually are playing a lot of one-offs, so let's talk about them in general, right? First of all is Badu. Yeah, you should know Badu by now. It is the item locking menace here, allowing you to actually item lock the opponent, free retreat as well. So if you don't have TM Evo, you can always still go for Itchy Pollen, putting the opponent in an item lock. And this is also going to be useful to trap opponents while you have Freezing Shrouds. Maybe they're not having access to their Prime Catcher, then maybe they're trapped in the active position in combination with an Iono. I think it's a good card. Then we have Shaman. Shaman is a great one to protect your bench Pokemon. Currently in the format, there might not be a lot of Pokemon that damage your bench. The main one I can think of is like the Baby Raging Bolt, which you really want to have protection from. Otherwise, it could become tricky when the opponent uses the baby Raging Bolt to snipe around your Pokemon. They can knock out Froslass, they can knock out Marnie's Impidimp, which can definitely become tricky. Also, something like a Wellspring Ogerpon can come out of nowhere in specific decks. Thinking about Ansdar Manatan as well, protecting yourself from Screamtail. So Shaman has universal usage, and that's why I'm including it in the 60. Now we have Maractus. This is going to be one of your main ways to win against the Raging Bolt, because Raging Bolt can sometimes be very aggressive. There's always a way where you can win through the means of Froslass and of course the Freezing Shroud in combination with some damage left and right, but the Maractus can buy yourself some turns. And also, if you know the opponent is all out of switch outs and you trap a high retreat Pokemon, I know specific basic Pokemon can use Latias to get out of the active position, but they will not be able to use that because Corner pretty much makes sure the opponent cannot manually retreat. So that means only cards like Switch, Jet Energy, and Prime Catcher are the suspects to get out of the active position. Sometimes maybe even something like a Professor Turo can get them out as well. Then we have Iron Bundle, allowing you to push the opponent's active Pokemon to the bench, which means you can actually not attack another Pokemon, which is great. This is a useful card because you don't want to be hitting into Budoos. That's something you don't want to be doing. If you push the Budoo down to the side with the Marnie's Grimmsnarl, you can even knock that out with the residual damage of the attack. Also recoverable through the means of Night Stretcher and of course the Super Rod. And then Tatsugiri. This is going to be an MVP card here. You might think, why are all these Pokemon in here? These are all the tech cards, right? So with this, you have endless amounts of options. You can trap opponents with the Budoo and the item lock. You can trap them with the Maractus. You can protect your own bands with Shaman. There is Tatsugiri shenanigans as well, which can happen. Tatsugiri can actually get yourself a supporter. When you look at the top 6 cards of your deck, this can be really useful if you're looking for that crucial boss orders in the late game. You could also try to find Arven, so you can find your secret box. But more importantly, Tatsugiri, you need your Arven for TM Evo, and that's why it's in here. And then we also have an additional attacker here, Bloodmoon Ursaluna. It's not bad of a card because it's not that bad. You're slapping 240 and the late game is going to be super useful. Definitely combined with some Adrena powers, actually Adrena Brains left and right, as some Freezing Shrouds as well. So this is the lineup for the Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon in here, but there's a lot of consistency cards in here, a lot of supporters. Let's talk about the first one, Arven. If you don't know Arven by now, you have not been playing competitively. Arven is very insane because it allows you to get a tool card and an item card. So in the beginning of the game, you get yourself Buddy Buddy Puff and a TM Evo, and off you go to the races with, of course, a great setup. So 4 copies of the Arven in here. Arven also able to fetch the Secret Box, and Secret Box can then by itself get any other card you want. And the stadiums are really useful in this deck as well. Then we have 4 copies of Iono. Yeah, not a lot to say. This is a draw supporter, but also is going to allow you to push the opponent to a low hand size. Definitely in the late game, there is definitely some Budoo trapping and Maractus situations that are possible. This is a deck that can really play from behind as well. Give up a couple of prize cards. Iono the opponent to a low hand size. Establish a Froslass, and then with Munkidori business, clean up afterwards. 3 copies of the Research as well, so a lot of supporters in the deck, so you can actually get yourself going. The reason for that is that we don't have a built-in draw engine. In the past, like, people are already playing like draw engines left and right. Think about Dracolo, think about other benches like Mew EX to draw some cards. This does not have that, and that's why there's so many supporters in here. You do have some protection with Tatsugiri. And then 2 copies of the Boss's Orders. This is going to be the way to gust up Pokemon. It's just very consistent supporter lineup, 4-4-3-2, so that's all we need. So if you want, as mentioned, you can cut one of these Pokemon here for an additional Munkidori if you want to. If you even want to be going a little bit more consistent, you can also like cut 2 of these actually attack cards, add in an extra copy of Marnie's Grimmsnarl, but this has been working out quite well in testing. Then we're going to be talking about the item cards. 2 copies of the Buddy Buddy Puffin. By itself, you might think, oh, is that it? Yeah, we're also playing only 1 copy of the Ultra Ball. You might even bump that up to 2 if you want to. But the thing here is that we're playing a lot of very powerful stadium cards. The Artisans will actually get our basic Pokemon out. And of course the Marnie's, the Spike Muff allows you to get any Marnie's Pokemon you want. That means you can instantly fetch your Grimmsnarl, and you typically only need 2 of them to just win games. You have an Ultra Ball to fetch him, you have an, the Marnie's not the Marnie's, the Spike Mod in the 60 as well. So if that sticks around, you can easily get your setup going. Then 1 copy of a rare candy. Sometimes you do not find your TM Evo. I put it in gold so I know when it's priced, so that's gonna be a little bit easier. That way you know when you have access to an Arven rare candy play by turn 2 or not. 2 copies of the Night Stretcher. We definitely need some recovery as we're playing Professor's Research, and sometimes you do discard some important puzzle pieces. Night Stretcher also super useful to get back Iron Bundle or to get back a Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX, for example, if you are having one of them prized. Then we also have an Energy Search. This is an old school one. I really enjoy stuff like this from Expedition, so that's kind of cool. Energy Search deck for an energy. It's pretty easy. So if you don't have an energy in hand, you can use Arvid to get an energy, so you can get that energy dropment on Munkidori, and that's why this deck is so strong, because you get the energies because of the ability Punk Up, and you have your manual attachment to make sure you can, of course, use Adrenabrain and already get that energy onto the Munkidori. We have a Super Rod as well, allowing you to get like Pokemon and energies and any combination back into the deck. Then there's 2 copies of Countercatcher. This deck will fall behind most of the time because we're only playing 1 rare candy and we're playing TM Evo, so by turn 2 we at least expect the opponent to actually have knocked out something at least, and then if we're behind we can actually start using Countercatcher. Secret Box, also very important in this 60. You have very powerful stadium cards. You also have your usage of stuff like TM Evo or TM Devo. So having tool cards, having stadium cards, supporters, of course, an item card, really powerful in this deck. Talking about the tool cards, let's list them up, shall we? We have 1 copy of the new Air Balloon from the Black Bolt and White Flare mini set, allowing you to have 2 retreat cost less. It's great to put onto a Tatsugiri, but it's also great to get a Marnie's Grimmsnarl retreating after the opponent hits into it, so you can start healing it off slowly with Munkidoris and attack with a fresh Marnie's Grimmsnarl or with another attacking Pokemon like Maractus, for example. We also are going to be playing some discs right here. We have the TM Devolution, very strong because you are, of course, spreading damage left and right onto the opponent. Think about the Adrenabrain, Freezing Shroud, attacking with the residual damage of the Marnie's Grimmsnarl, so lots of damage on the field, and with TM Devo you can instantly win games by devolving all of the opponent's Pokemon altogether. 2 copies of TM Evo, as I was saying here. TM Evo, very important to get your Froslass out because we don't not have a lot of Ball Engine cards. You might think this list has been made up a little bit weirdly with tons of supporters, not a lot of items, but if you look at all the successful Japanese lists, this is going to be a very similar way to build this powerful top tier deck. So TM Evo, you go second, use Arven, get your TM Evo, get Froslass and a Morgrim in play, and off you go. Then a lot of supporters, a lot of stadiums. We have the double copy of Artisan to get any Pokemon, basic Pokemon instantly on the bench. And then we have a Spike Muff. So with a high amount of stadiums, they will mostly stick around for a couple of turns. And that does mean that we're going to be able to, of course, get our Pokemon going. And the Arven can go to Buddy Puffin and TM Evo. Or if you already have Buddy Puffin, Energy Search and TM Evo. Or maybe you can have, or he can get 2 the Buddy Puffins. It's all coming down to what you have in the opening hand. And to finish off, we have 8 copies of the Darkness type energy. So these will help you last through the game. These are going to be useful because you can get them out of the deck instantly with Punk Up, and you also want to have them attached to, of course, your Munkidori. So that is pretty much the 60 for now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video of Marnie's Grimmsnarl. So you have a little bit of an understanding of the tech cards, Tatsugiri helping you out in the late game to get, of course, the supporter. So you can actually get back into the game. You don't have onboard draw support. Bloodmoon Ursaluna with Countercatcher or Bossasaurus is definitely a very strong play. Maractus to trap opponent's Pokemon, Shaman to protect your bench, and Budu to item lock. So this is going to be Marnie's Grimmsnarl for Pokémon TCG, the World Championships over in Anaheim 2025. I'm very excited to be going to the World Championships. Still don't know what to play. I think I have like 1 or 2 deck lists remaining, so we're going to be showcasing all the decks, and then by July 18th, the Black Bolt and White Flare will have been released on TCG Live, so we can get ourselves started with some gameplay footage. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It takes only 1 tiny second every time, but does help out the channel tremendously. And also go check out the sponsors. They make the daily content possible. They are on the screen.
Level up your game with TC Evolutions. Breathtaking damage counters, special condition tokens, and ability markers. Precision, style, power, Use coupon ZapdosTCG for 10% off only at TC Evolutions.
Also go check out dragonshield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. You can get 5% off on everything on the website using the coupon ZAPDOS5. PokemonStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. Get them with 5% off as well using the coupon ZAPDOSTCG and instant email delivery for you. Cardmarket.com for European players where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. You can use the referral name ZapdosTCG to help support the channel. Thank you all very much for watching another upload. I will see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Have yourself a good one and I'll see you then. Peace.